Today I effed up by realizing my voicemail has stayed the same since middle school. Basically the title. However, this peep up took around 6 years in the making to uncover itself. Today after my BF called, and I didn't answer, he told me when I picked up his next call that my voicemail was funny. I was pretty horrified because I didn't even remember what I could have possibly put as my voicemail since it's been so long. Kinda assumed it was the default leave a message at the tone. It wasn't. My voicemail has stayed the same cringy greeting for over 6 years. Hey girl, how you doing? You called? Leave a message, bruh. I can't imagine the potential employers and God knows who else who have listened to my voicemail and probably thought WTF, who is this kid? Needless to say, WTF middle school me. The embarrassment I felt re-listening to what I thought was so cool and funny back then hit me hard. Never again cringy middle school voicemail. TL, doctor, found out my voicemail has been the same cringy one I used in middle school. Embarrassment has commenced. That's pretty hilarious. It could absolutely be worse, but I would also be horrified. No wonder no one leaves me voicemails. Right? I'm thinking about all the times I didn't answer the phone for my work or internships. I have officially changed it though. How many family members and friends have called, heard it, and said nothing though? Yeah, that's even worse. I feel betrayed. I wish I had these relatives that mind their own business at this level. My voicemail was a friend doing a really deep voice saying, "Are you ready for special sauce in action?" Ooh. Points for creativity. I like it. Finally, a story I can relate to. I set up my voicemail in 6th grade and totally forgot about it. A couple months ago I started to get phone calls from kids at my high school I barely knew. Couldn't figure out why until one of my friends finally told me people would call me to listen to my prepubescent voice ask them to leave a message after the beep. I blame my parents for leaving me voicemails for the last 6 years and never telling me. I'm sweating uncontrollably now because I realized I set mine back in freshman year of high school. I'm nearly 30 now. What's it say? I just checked and my current voicemail is an I quote. Hey silence hello. Short pause oh. Hey what's up? About 5 seconds pause. Hey so I hate to tell you, but you've reached my voicemail, so if you thought you were talking to me then it sucks to be you. Leave your name and number and I'll hit you back when I can. A friend of mine actually lost a job offer after they called to confirm her employment and got her voicemail of that persuasion. She peeped up. That's so dumb. A friend of mine's VM greeting. Roses are red. Violets are black. I'm probably stuffing my meat in her crack. Leave a message. His grandma called and chewed his ass after she heard that. Did he add a line about his grandma doing unmentionable things to his behind? No, but I seem to remember that she called his mom, who of course called and heard it for herself. She wasn't impressed, and gave him another earful. Roses are red. Violets are blue. I've stopped stuffing cracks. Now my ass just gets chewed. Leave a message. You just made me remember how bad my first voicemail was. It was something like, "Oh great. It's you. Leave a message if you want. I'm not getting back to you." It was absolutely dripping with contempt. 12-year-old me thought it was hilarious. As someone from Europe, I can't even imagine using voicemail in the first place. I just hang up hearing intro to voicemail. Wait, is that a Europe thing? I never realized that everyone does that where I live, but in America they seem to actually leave a message. Yeah, I don't know a single person that uses voicemails here. I had the comedy gold voicemail greeting of "Hello. Gotcha. Leave a message," and forgot about it. A couple of years later I gave my old mobile to my dad and was calling him one day and some random girl answered and said hello. I was so confused and started to say, "Who is that?" when the rest of the message played and I realized it was me. That's some next level pranking. Pranking yourself. At one point I was in a little skit for VBS where I was a pirate. My voicemail was, thus: "Ahoy me mateys. This be Captain Blackbird. Leave a message if you dare." Yeah, well, my fam has one quite famous friend. He couldn't get my parents on the phone and called me asking to have them call him. His message: Hey you / tacky beer at I'm trying to reach your parents. Could you have them call me? People had been getting on me to change that for the better part of a year. It got changed that day. Lol. I set up my voicemail 8 years ago with me pretending to be on the phone like, "Yeah hello. Hi. Yes. Sure. Oh sorry. You've been pranked. It's just the voicemail. I just recently discovered it because a workmate told me to change it, since potential customers are calling me." I cringed away so hard. So many people must have heard this. Including potential employers, old friends, women and my parents. Such a speak show that no one tells you. Am I right? If you are having potential customers call you, you should probably have a business line, not just your personal. Yeah, you're probably right. My current employer wasn't ready for COVID, home office, so we have to use our own phones. Google Voice and similar are your friend. My voicemail message was the MGS2 I need scissors. 61. Speech. Until I was like 20. I facepalmed so hard when I realized that I never changed it. Undefined. At least you were able to change yours. It took me getting an entirely new SIM card when I changed phone. Old one was from middle school when I was in line 6th grade. I'm 27 now and graduated college. I only got to change it 2 years ago, and I wanted to die every missed call because my old phones would not let me change it since I was welded to my SIM card for whatever peeping reason. Made me remember a similar mistake. My mom thought it would be a great idea for my sister and I to set our home phone voicemail when we were younger, and it ended up being us chaotically screaming the message. 4 years later, my teacher happened to be doing phone calls home to give a report on us and asked me if I had small children in my house the next day. I didn't understand until I realized we never changed it. The next post in my feed was this. I had a similar thing happen to me, except I'm trans and had changed my name, started testosterone, etc. Years go by and then someone finally tells me that my pre-testosterone voice was telling people that they'd got through to dead name. Lamau, as a fellow trans guy, I'm thankful I only realized voicemail was a free service last year, otherwise I could have been in that same situation. For whatever reason I spent my life thinking you had to pay to listen to your voicemail, so I never bothered setting any greeting thing up. Everyone who read this, just check their voicemail. Reminds me of my first debit card issued when I was 12. I put a 14-digit PIN. Time to switch up your carrier or start to shop around. I know of a woman whose voicemail is Spiak in a death metal voice. I hate it. My voicemail message is a neat little song I wrote. I'm sorry, I didn't get your call, friend. I'm sorry, I wasn't there for you. Leave a message, and your name, and I'll call you back again. I'm sorry, it's the least that I can do. My voicemail is still me pre-testosterone, and I've been medically transitioning for 3 years now. You should probably update that if you've done any voice training. This same thing happened to me. I had it for way longer than I ever thought till someone told me. My family still mocks it some days, and I'm always horrified I ever set it up like that, lol. Thanks, your post made me check my voicemail message. I had the same voicemail for quite some years after I graduated. It essentially was hello? Hey, what's up? Then the beep would sound. Beeping classic, lol. I have another voicemail today I effed up. I used to use a voicemail service that left a personalized greeting for every caller. The one I thought I selected was an intelligent greeting that would greet the caller by caller ID, then ask them to leave the message. I sometimes got remarks from people about how it was kind of creepy. I'd usually laugh it off and not think much of it. Until one day my dad said something about it and I said, yeah, it just reads your caller ID. It's not that strange. He said, no, your voicemail is someone screaming. He then called it to show me. It was literally someone screaming bloody murder. I have no idea how it got that way or if he was the only person that got that specific greeting. I do know that I changed my voicemail service right then and now use the standard one that comes with my carrier. I can only imagine the random people that may have been greeted in that way. Colleagues, bosses, etc. Who knows who might have received some odd or genuinely creepy greeting. I used the service for at least 10 years. I can only imagine the damage done and how much worse I potentially made it by just laughing it off after someone got a blood-curdling scream and said, you know your voicemail is kind of creepy. And I just reply something like lol. Yeah, you think so? Double facepalm. This made me literally LOL. You all still have the same number as when in middle school. Mine has changed at least 3 by these voicemail. I've had the same mobile number for 22 years. In Finland, they let you keep your number when you change providers. As someone who calls people every day, I'll tell you exactly what I'd think hearing this. Oh nice. Someone with a bit of individuality. Also peeping lol. Embarrassing? Yes. Peeping own it though. So many people will have heard it now. You can't just change it. You need to act like it was intentionally there all along. Just listening a recording of my voice, it all sounds cringy and unrecognizable to me, lol. Now that I've read this, I realize that I haven't changed or even listened to what my voicemail message is in absolute years, and now I'm terrified of what it is. Oh gosh. Someone I have to call regularly for work has a voicemail that says I can't pick up right now as I am probably having a poo. I really don't think he realizes that his lawyer gets that voicemail. Now think about all the times you thought you were being cool. Take your time. I'll wait. My voicemail is the Old Spice guy. Don't even remember what it says. Something along the lines of hello there. The man you are trying to reach cannot be reached because they are out crushing coal into diamonds. Or something to that effect. All I know is that it tricks telemarketers and it's hilarious. You're gonna want to get a recording of it before you change it. One day we all miss our innocent childhood voice. If you are only 6 years away from middle school, I don't find this embarrassing. Potential employers? If stuff like this gives a bad impression, I wouldn't take a job there anyway because this would be an indicator for sticks up their ass. My voicemail for a long time was hello. Haha, gotcha, this is a voicemail. Leave a message. My grandpa, who is not tech savvy, just started talking to the phone and thought it was me until he realized nobody was there and I felt horrible, so I got rid of it. Mine used to be, sorry I missed your call. Leave a message and I'll get back to you. If this is an emergency, like really important, dial 911 cause I can't help you. I just turned off VM altogether about 10 years ago. You called me? You can call back or send a message. The number of broken, it's Jim Crackle, please call me back urgently on 555 static 3451 to discuss your maintenance policy on your car. BS was too much. Good reminder. I haven't updated mine in years. Aw, don't worry about it, it'll be different soon. XOXO. I don't even know what my voicemail greeting is, since I don't know the password to get into it. Hilarious. Cringy when you made it, but now could be considered meme worthy. So it's fine now. No need to change it. In 2021, is there people changing his voicemail? I never configured this speep. Just leave me a message. You don't want to lose seconds of your life hearing my voice. Oh man, I think I had the same voicemail for probably a decade. I only changed it once I got out of college and job searching became important. And I was a smart ass when I set up my inbox in high school. It was something like, hi, insert pause here, I can't pick up right now. Please leave a message after the beep. I remember some friends leaving somewhat irritated messages, lol. For the longest time my friend's voicemail was something like, hey, how are you? Just kidding, I'm not at the phone, get trolled. Luckily he changed it before he started applying for jobs. Oh Speep. Thanks for reminding me to change my voicemail. Don't sweat it if you have a job and a good relationship. Just take in who are like a time capsule of who you were. It's not every day you get a blast from the past like that. Though you should have probably thought about updating your voicemail before applying to jobs. Haha. It's all good though, have a laugh, smile. It definitely made me smile. That's so funny. You gotta love reflecting back and realizing all the cringy stuff we did in middle/high school. Everyone has been there. So don't feel too bad, Lamau. You should save a copy of it. It's cringy now, but it'll be adorable later. I still have the same voicemail since I was 5. It's pretty cute. You had a personal cell phone at 5? Yeah, just a simple Nokia with no features and a yellow-black display and only my parents' contacts saved. It was so that when I was traveling alone by train my parents could reach me, or I could call my parents if I got lost. This might be one of the best genuine today I effed up s in a while here. How do you all still have the same phone number as in 6th grade? I have a more cringy one. I sang Ryu's theme song from Street Fighter in Jack Black style. That was the whole message. I didn't know I still had it until a friend left a voicemail saying, dude, your message is funny as hell. It's probably why I never got any job interviews at the time.